everyone, and welcome to the big show. I am your host, Jerk, and how's everybody doing? You know, I thought spring had sprung here in sunny Los Angeles, but it has been rainy and chilly the past couple days. Now, I am not complaining, as we probably won't see rain for a good 10 more months or potentially years. And speaking of not seeing things too often, that's going to bring us to today's guest. So let's get them out here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the premium Tier 6 French heavy cruiser. Give it up for Charlemagne. Charlemagne. The Charles Jr. Any way you say it, it's a Tier 6 Charles Martel that's just slightly worse in every single way. Slightly worse rudder shift, slightly worse reload, slightly worse armor. It is also a Wowzels exclusive ship, that's right. This ship doesn't even exist on PC, so how did the Ouija team introduce it with such fanfare? Well, a couple of years ago, it was a Halloween ship you could buy for the ability to explode instantly. Back in those days, it had much thinner bow armor. How thin, I don't remember, but enough to explode instantly. Whereas now, it has been updated to 25 millimeters, which isn't exactly setting any records, but does add a lot to the survivability. And who do we have on this mighty steed to steer it into battle? Why, none other than Liz Lemon with Betty Davis and Frankenstein's monster. The eagle-eyed among you no doubt saw that I'm using a prop mod in conjunction with a steering gears mod, which is exactly what I have on my Charles Martel. But one thing this ship gets that my Charles doesn't is this crazy scarab camo that fills your screen with green smoke. True. There is the exact same camo for the Charles Martel, but I would never dare disgrace its elegance with such things. Not when I have a permanent hunter camo to dress it up. But this camo, wow, this is pretty loud. So reading between the lines, you can probably predict most of the things I'm going to say about this battle boat. Do I like it? Sure. But it could be slightly better in every single way. Would I recommend people drop any money on it when you can spend pretend free money for the very ship that is slightly better in every single way? No. However, I think I got this out of some crate back in October, and having grown exhausted of playing Tier 7 cruisers only to be pulled into a stale, legendary tier game every single match, I decided I would go down to Tier 6 to play a Tier 7 ship I enjoy, and maybe be top tier? No, still no luck. We are still bottom tier in this match. So let's talk about this match. We are on Haven, which isn't a bad map. Though, I have a question. Why are sometimes the spawns the old spawns, and sometimes they're the new spawns? This match, we got the old spawns. I can't imagine that is intentional, but maybe that'll be the next investigative deep dive the crew down at KRKN News Channel 5 gets a Pulitzer Prize for. If you've been paying attention, though, you will notice that my lovely assistant has done what they normally do in any match that features them, and that is to run in and get stung first thing. In his defense, it was his first game in the Kiev. In his offense, that is not a good excuse. Nonetheless, armed with the knowledge that the Red Destroyers are over here, I've stayed centrally located to be able to use the fantastic HE this ship has, and have presented the opportunity, the chance to sing the summer hit of 2019, Chuck's AP Ain't Nothing to Futz With. But sings as it looks like the destroyers are making a mad dash for our carrier, and that the main threat to me on this side is a Bismarck not exactly pushing the advantage, I'm going to reposition to head those destroyers off at the pass and see if I can't at least equalize the push on this eastern flank. And right there, we have a friendly Synop that's AFK. Perfect. Once I get repositioned around these islands, I'm not really going to have anything to worry about. The Bismarck they're not going to have a shot, and in fact, I probably won't stay spotted too much longer. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and activate my hydro, and now we can really push our advantage. I'm expecting the Akatsuki to maybe have torped in here, but at the same time, I'm also thinking that those two destroyers are just trying to farm that Sin up. But getting spotted here, all right, there are, let's see, that looks like 2-3 sets of Akatsuki torps, and they're caught on my hydro. But we also know there's a Fletcher, so there's probably more, and there are Fletcher torps. One widespread, one narrow. That's okay. I think we are going to be able to navigate this and come around here and get these destroyers. This is going to be our second ship sunk here. The Fletcher madly firing away. People don't understand minimum detection range yet, do they? Nope. And there's the Fletcher. So I was hoping to be able to get a double strike here, but I just can't get the guns reloaded in time. Notice that we did just dodge a Bismarck salvo right there too. Double fire goes out. All right, and left over here there is now a New Orleans. So I have kind of pushed back on this flank, and we are technically in the lead on ships right now, but somehow things are going to start to collapse on the other side of the map too. The main thing that I need to do right now is get turned around and point back in towards the action, because I am going to need to go try and support the team. Out here, it's just me wasting my time with this New Orleans, who really has no impact on the game. But as long as I'm spotted like this, I can't get that turn in, because the New Orleans AP, if it catches me broadside, will do some damage. Similarly, if I can catch this New Orleans broadside with some AP, it'll do some damage too, but they are angling pretty decently, so I have switched over to HE, and we will start to just burn the New Orleans to the ground, because the fire chance on this is pretty high. There's one fire, they're backing up. I think I'm going to get another fire on this Nick Salvo, but I'm also turning back towards the islands to be able to drop spot from the New Orleans and try and block any incoming shells that are coming from the Bismarck. So, New Orleans still backing up, and this is why you don't back up in open water, because people can still shoot you. And once I get around this edge, the New Orleans won't have eyes on me anymore. So that's why I'm pushing forward this way as fast as I can, making sure to not give too much angle for that New Orleans AP. There is another fire. Maybe it's this Nick Salvo that we get another fire on. I think it is. Or maybe we have two on there. I don't know. We're just burning this New Orleans to the ground, though. Okay, there's another fire. Well, at this point, I believe the New Orleans should be going down, maybe with one or two more salvos. And with some help from our friendly Cleveland that we really didn't need, they're going to yoink. So we're still stuck at 3 ships sunk. And look at that. No team has any destroyers, and we are up 6 ships to 4. So this should be easy street, right? Well, have you ever played on the blue team? So, alright, I'm going to go reposition to the other side of the map. I'd like to get some fires going on this Bismarck, but obviously the overload is now happening, right? Their entire team is moving over to the west. If I can, I will try and get some more fires on this Bismarck to try and get some damage going over time. This player has shown an extreme reluctance to fire and tends to put out single fire, so they've already put one out. That's why I'm desperately trying to get one more. We can see there's a Talon back there that's pretty weak. What is going on that is causing such a problem? And here is the answer. A friendly Florida has been blasting salvo after salvo of AP away at the bow of a Wichita for the past 5 minutes. Salvo after salvo, no doubt cursing Ouija, when if they would just switch to HE. You battleship players, when you're not overmatching a bow in a cruiser or battleship or really anything, simply switch to HE and kiss your worries goodbye. Ugh, man, if I hadn't taken that torp, well, it doesn't really have much of an impact on this game. But I am coming over here to support them. We can see the Wichita's health right there. We can see the Florida's health right there. As one by one, everybody on this side is just succumbing to the overwhelming force of a Wichita, when all they have to do is switch to HE. I mean, the Wichita's been blasting them with HE. Surely they understand how it works, right? Oh, I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of pride thing, like I will not use HE when I'm in a battleship, but if you want to win more, just do that. It's going to make things so much easier. We are down to the end game now. You know, we can kind of see what's happening. Okay, we just got one fire on the Bismarck, and of course, yes, they immediately put it out. This is what I was saying. This person has an extreme aversion to fire, so if I can get one on there, it's going to last for a little while. And thankfully, I believe our Cleveland starts chiming in a little bit too, trying to spam this player with HE, and I was really hoping that our Cleveland would be able to shoot down more of these Russian carrier planes, but I don't know. Man, this Bismarck is definitely full speed ahead. So I'm headed over to this side because our carrier is over here. Our Florida is over here. Not that I'm really sure what I'm going to be able to do with the Florida. But if I can get into this position, there's going to be two avenues that the red team can attack. Either the little area on this side where my turrets are currently facing, or along the outside where I just turned to face. One of those sides. So if I can position myself close to those islands up there, at least I will have a chance to be able to do something, as I believe our Florida is about to go down soon. No doubt to the endless pressure of the overpowered Wichita. It's been a long time, haven't we said? It's been a long time since we've said goddamn Wichitas, but I don't really need to say it because I'm not scared of those. Anyway, the Florida now down from full health. I'm in range to be able to shoot some. There we go. We saw them shoot another salvo of AP. And this Florida is about to go down. And it's going to be me, the Cleveland, and our carrier. But I am getting to the position that I want, which is this low-hanging area where I will be able to, you know, fire upon these players. So you're going to see me pre-torp an area right now, because my guess is that that Bismarck is going to turn up and kind of hug these islands. And that's going to turn out to be a pretty good prediction. Anyway, knowing these maps and knowing these little islands, I know I can sit here unspotted and be able to start firing. And if I can get another fire on that Bismarck now, well, they should have a permafire for a little while. And then maybe I can help with some of the cruisers that are back there. Now, our carrier clearly sees these ships approaching, so you would think that they would be doing that carrier thing where they just go in reverse, but they're just sitting still. And this is going to turn the game into being something way more close than it probably has to be. And this is going to come down to the wire, and we will see who pulls it off. Looking over this island here, I see, okay, they turned into my predictive torp. Alright, that is the fourth ship sunk. And now we have a weak Talon and a okay Wichita to deal with. So, this is the plan. I was pushing into here because I was thinking I would be able to get down to the opening to the south and be able to sink both of these cruisers, but it becomes apparent that is not the case. So I'm getting a very hard turn in right here. We can actually look at this marvelous camo and not have the green smoke block our view. But if you look at the score, we got less than a minute, and we are just barely behind. So we have to sink one more ship and not have any more of our own sinks. So I have got to sink this Wichita. And they are coming around here. And you know, I've got the AP loaded. So go ahead and drop the kids off at the pool. And then we will get in line to get some shots into the Wichita. Watch as the counter counts down, because I know that I need at least probably 2 salvos here. So I've got to fire pretty soon. And we're almost clear. All right, we are clear. Take the shot. Oh, just 1 Citadel. That's definitely going to take 2. And that may be the shot that cost us the game. We are going to get our Kraken 378 in the Charlemagne here, but if you didn't notice it, they just sank our carrier, so that's a loss. Alrighty, let's see the scoreboard. 2,118 XP and a loss for what could have been a very good game, but that's going to happen when 2/3 of your team struggle to break 1,000 XP. So GG's to everyone who had one, and that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you understand the overmatch mechanic, then give this video a like. If you prefer to fire salvo after salvo of ricochets, hit dislike. Questions, comments, your hopes and dreams for the 2 coming Bureau projects and the next update, leave them down below. And if you want to save yourself the trouble of refreshing endlessly in hopes of seeing another video from me, well then just hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another one, and we will talk then.